Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 5th, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru, Covington Alsina, and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Fair warning, I have a few bonus pods coming your way this week. Later today, you're going to hear from Kevin Brooks and the Eastport Oyster Boys, and then on Friday, the folks from the Annapolis Film Festival. And both of those are must-see, must-do events, so you want to put them on your calendar. If you're ready for some boomer trivia, I got some for you. What rock star was legally blind? Was it Buddy Holly, Roy Orbison, Elton John, or John Lennon? Hang tight, we're going to have that answer in a few minutes, but now we do have some news, so let's get right into it, shall we? Naval Academy Superintendent Lieutenant General Michael Borgschult sent a blunt but motivating message to the Brigade of Midshipmen in a February 28th letter, using current events to reinforce morale, refocus attention on the Academy's core mission, and remind MIDS that their training is about to stop being theoretical. He pointed to the military operations against Iran as a moment that should sharpen your perspective, noting that some recent graduates are likely already standing watch, flying sorties, and leading sailors and Marines right now. Borgschult wrote that history does not ask whether we feel ready, it simply arrives, and stressed that Navy and Marine Corps need officers who are competent, disciplined, and morally grounded. He also pushed the MIDS to double down academically, athletically, and professionally, calling warfighting not a slogan, but the core purpose of the sea services, and adding that this is not a time for distraction, it's not a time for complacency. Borgschult closed by reaffirming the Academy's mission to develop midshipmen morally, mentally, and physically, and described the duty, honor, and loyalty as operational necessities, not ceremonial ideals. 10 Anne Arundel County Public High Schools have earned recognition on the College Board's AP School Honor Roll, which highlights the school's expanding access to advanced placement classes while supporting students in earning qualifying AP exam scores. Crofton High School led the list as the first AACPS school to earn the AP Platinum Award. That is the highest level of recognition. And Arundel County Public Schools said that only about 8% of schools nationwide received that designation this year. Other schools that were recognized included Chesapeake Science Point, Severna Park High and South River High with AP Gold, Arundel and South River with AP Silver, and Annapolis, Chesapeake, North County, and Southern with AP Bronze. Congratulations to all of the high schools. A sewer moratorium is now in place for part of northwestern Anne Arundel County, blocking new developments from getting the sewage capacity allotments needed to connect to the system, while officials work through what they say is a, quote, maxed out peak flow problem tied to wet weather and aging infrastructure. The affected areas include BWI, Linthicum Heights, and Hanover, which are connected to the Baltimore County Patapsco Interceptor sewage pumping station within the Baltimore City sewage area. Anne Arundel County Public Works spokesperson Amy Mininger said that moratorium is a temporary pause on new construction project or land use approvals and does not impact existing utility customers. She did say that 18 projects are known to be affected. A study into how the sewage can be diverted is expected to take about 8 months, and building the solution could take another 5 years. Public Works also shared common sense steps that residents can take during heavy rain to help reduce the strain on the system, including avoiding non-essential water use, making sure that sump pumps and downspouts discharge into the lawn or street instead of into the sewer, and never flushing non-biodegradable items. The Eastport Oyster Boys are marking 30 years of Chesapeake Bay music and storytelling with an anniversary concert at Maryland Hall in Annapolis on March 22nd, featuring founding member and Annapolis Poet Laureate Jefferson Holland. The Shuck It Tour celebration promises the group's mix of original songs, Bay culture, and onstage storytelling, and that favorite music and mirth. All the proceeds are going to benefit Annapolis Musicians for Musicians, or AMFM, which does provide scholarships and emergency support to local working artists. The Oyster Boys have long been known as the musical goodwill ambassadors for the city of Annapolis and the Maritime Republic of Eastport, blending humor with a message of stewardship and appreciation for the Chesapeake Bay and its maritime traditions. And they've even boiled life down to 3 essentials: a good hat, a good dog, and a good boat. The show does start at 4 p.m. Tickets are available right now at marylandhall.org, and there is also an optional $25 post-concert reception from 6 to 7 p.m. with the artist, including food, beer, and wine. And yes, as I mentioned earlier, there is a bonus pod with the boys on the way. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this weekend. This week, I am chatting with Susie Salinas from Systems by Susie. She is a professional organizer whose impeccably organized office made me incredibly self-conscious. And please let me know of any local organizations or businesses that you'd like to see spotlighted. I will be more than happy to reach out and get a spotlight going for them. And in closing, one of the best ways to stay up to date on the local news is to receive the daily news recap email. It's sent out at 7 p.m. every single day. It is free, it is paywall free, and I've got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And please feel free to let your friends, family, colleagues, and your enemies too. Let them all know about us. Okay, that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, Covington Alsina, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Third Eye Comics, and Macmedics. As for the trivia, I am surprised once again. It was John Lennon. His sight was so bad that he couldn't get a driver's license. That's probably why he lived in New York. Okay, so now you just need to sit back because George Young is here with your Eye on Annapolis local weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All that's coming your way, so hang tight.
Third Eye Comics, the DMV's favorite nerd store featuring comics, anime, toys, games, graphic novels, records, and so much more. Visit the famous Third Eye Superstore in Annapolis, Maryland, only 5 minutes from Annapolis Mall, or one of our great locations at Lexington Park, College Park, Waldorf, or Richmond, Virginia. You can also shop online at thirdeyecomics.com.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Thursday, March 5th. Rain chances will remain in place for the Annapolis region today through the weekend, and the area will remain right on the line between chilly air and much warmer air for another day or two, with temperatures most likely warming up starting Saturday. Look for mostly cloudy skies today with highs in the mid-50s or so, with a chance of showers, with more of the same expected tomorrow, with the fingers crossed expectation that temperatures will finally really warm up starting Saturday with highs in the lower 70s, followed by 60s on Sunday. And while there will be a chance for a few showers all weekend, the reality is there will also probably be plenty of sunshine as well, with skies expected to finally truly clear starting Monday, with temperatures in the 60s and 70s for the first half of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Chesapeake Lightcraft in Annapolis, Monday through Saturday next week, they're having a build-your-own nor'easter dory workshop at Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road. Saturday, check out their intro to colorwork and steeking, making a Nordic bloom vest. Sunday, they have comprehensive learn to knit. And Tuesday, there's a Socks 101 class. And registration is open for their mosaic cardigan workshop, as well as their amigurumi animals to crochet workshop. At Books for International Goodwill, tomorrow and Saturday, check out another one of their big book sales. It's a great fundraiser for the Pearl Rotary Club. They have so many books at great prices. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight, check out their Creative Circle monthly meetup, where you can play along with prompts and materials from Kate, or work on your own crafts in a fun social environment. On Saturday, First Exposure Digital Photography for Adults starts, and on Sunday, there's yoga in the gallery. And registration is open for more adult workshops, including a Mardi Gras masquerade paint night, and classes involving watercolor, beginner drawing, podcasting, and others. And for the Art Farm's Kids Art Camps, there's a Kids Art School for ages 4 through 5 on Monday, a Kids Art School for grades 1 through 3, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, a Kids Art School for grades 4 through 6, on Tuesday and Wednesday, hand-drawn comics for grades 3 through 5 tonight and Wednesday. Saturday, there's fiber arts and mixed media for grades 4 through 6. And then on Wednesday, there's drawing and painting for grades 4 through 6. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Bush Annapolis has Makerspace training with sewing machine orientation. Severn has Mending 101, buttons and seams. Tomorrow, Eastport Annapolis Neck has a tree pruning workshop, and Linthicum has Little Explorers Art. Saturday, Bush Annapolis has more Makerspace training with their 3D pen and button maker, and Mountain Road has a mending clinic. Monday, Bush Annapolis has more Makerspace training with their scanners and VHS, and Odenton has Friends and Fiber Arts. Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. Eastport Annapolis Neck has Homeschool STEAM, Talk Trash, learning about litter and plastics in our waterways and ecosystem. Discoveries has a Homeschool Art Club. Severna Park has Stitching in the Stacks with an afternoon and an evening edition. Eastport Annapolis Neck has STEAM Robotics, and Severn has Bring Your Own Craft Night. And finally on Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has their Nature Explorers Club, and Eastport Annapolis Neck has the Cookbook Club, St. Patrick's Day edition. At Unallocated Space in Millersville, tonight they have a virtual happy hour. Saturday they have OffSec U.S. chapter meeting for cybersecurity professionals, students, and enthusiasts in the DMV area, featuring 3 technical lightning talks. Sunday they have a Lock Sport hangout, learning about and practicing your lockpicking skills for fun and sport. Monday they have a project night. Wednesday they have a Lock Sport night with Marilyn Toole, as well as their weekly open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Have you ever thought, I think I'm okay, but you just want to know for sure? Covington Alsina is right here in Annapolis, helping women put a clear plan around their money, their goals, and their life. For over a decade, they've helped women turn uncertainty into clarity with practical guidance built around real life. Whether you're making a career move, planning for retirement, managing investments, or sorting through tax and estate planning, Covington Alsina helps you get organized and move forward with confidence. And if you'd like to learn before you leave, Covington Alsina hosts monthly educational events, virtual and in person. Learn more at covingtonalsina.com and click events, or call the Annapolis office at 410-457-7165. covingtonalsina.com. At the intersection of women and wealth. Advisory services offered through Covington Alsina, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves the risk of loss and unless otherwise stated is not guaranteed.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.